Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the London Bulldogs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 8, read.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Get it.
And they give this time to the tailback. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. Looking downfield for Joe. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. That is incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Newton now to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
54. Hey! Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Here's Newton. He'll buy some time, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
56. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Go.
56.
Rock it.
Man, I got you.
Big rip.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Go.
Rush in. Sponge. No.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go.
Hey, alert 3. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. N'Keal Harry, 45 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, open man is Samuel, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From the gun, here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now Newton dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
They hand off to their big tight end. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
At their own 30-yard line.
Got it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
go. 70, Indy.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Hey. Ready, ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Back.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on second down. Newton is going to find his running back. It's complete. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And Thomas has it. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the 30 on second down. Newton, tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Newton now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. To throw is Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Second and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab, as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start, as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Yeah.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Check.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, that's Harry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Slam.
Leo. Now.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hit it.
2nd and 10. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
First to the ground and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. Got a man open, that's Harry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
You got that right there.
20.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now it's Newton. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second in inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about it in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
On first down, Swift, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Stephen Weatherly able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's going to be caught. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Second and 4. Going right side here, and that's complete. 11 yards there, first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hey, echo. Deep grip, deep grip.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And touchdown! N'Keal Harry, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Newton being chased. Touchdown, Carolina. And we've mentioned before, Cam, the all-time leader in rushing TDs by a quarterback, so everyone he gets from here on out for the rest of his career, just adding to that lead. So what you're saying is that if you're a young kid who wants to play quarterback in the NFL, and that's the record you're shooting for, good luck. You got some work to do, aren't you? By the time he's done, he might have double a second-place guy. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Greystone travel.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch? We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone,
You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Panthers on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
58 for Mike.
Stay with your man. Hey, high 7.
58 for Mike. I got you, pump. 58, right over there, right over there.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Newton. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got,
Hey,
Heavy?
team 6. Team 6. Ready?
2nd and 11. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Newton rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton taking it in. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
Nice play by them on defense.
Ready? Right to the 3.
54. And let's
Pin the mirrors back and go.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check.
Now a give right side. Swift. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go. 180. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the win